More round 2 action straight ahead. This one, a national showdown. We'll get you out to Utah in just a few moments. But first, I'm Stacey Pates alongside Mark Strabina. This is The Takeoff, powered by American Airlines. The Toronto team is looking pretty strong. They're returning 75% of their employees from last season, and continuity does a lot for a team.
It definitely does, Stacey. However, they did suffer a loss. It was a close loss against Atlanta, and that keeps them off the bottom of the league table because they scored a losing bonus point in a dogfight against their counterparts who they share a home ground with. Both forward packs went toe-to-toe, but Toronto just fell short. There were some early signs of promise, however, when the hooker, Jack McRogers, cruised in for the first of his 2 tries, the only 2 tries for the team on the day. Toronto were denied a number of times by the resilient Atlanta defense as well. But that man, Jack McRogers, seemed to know his way around it somehow. A great day in the office for the hooker, despite the team's loss. And he will need his team to rally today if they are to stop a Utah team that is on a high at the moment, Stacey.
And when that's what your office looks like, you can't help but show up.
Beautiful place to play.
Show up well. The Utah Warriors, they've added some firepower this offseason, and they're going to be a team that's very exciting to watch in a gorgeous location as well.
They're always exciting to watch, Stacey. And at the moment, they share the top of the Western Conference standings with the LA Giltinis, the new team, and they are one of only 3 teams to post a maximum 5 points win thanks to their 4 tries against Austin. First try of the match to Lance Williams. He did a fine job of staying in the field of play to score while under immense pressure from the cover defense. You also see Sama Malolo proving too hard to stop, crashing over himself, and scrum half Michael Basker showing Toronto that he'll need to be watched carefully close to the try line as well. A great confidence booster for the Warriors, and they'll need that confidence to handle an angry Toronto team.
Ooh, and they've got a great location to play at Zion Bank Stadium, and we're going to send you out there with 2 of our great voices of MLR action. Dallin Stanford and Mike Tolkien will take us through game action. And for now, Mark and I will see you at halftime. Thanks for watching this episode of The Takeoff, powered by American Airlines.
American Airlines, the official airline and travel partner of Major League Rugby. Geico, where 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. And Guaranteed Rate. You can make your dream home happen. Get started at rate.com today. The Utah Warriors are set to host their opening match at Zions Bank Stadium just south of the capital, Salt Lake City, as they face the Toronto Arrows in round 2 of Major League Rugby 2021. Hello and welcome to you. I'm Dallin Stanford, former USA head coach Mike Tolkien with me on the call. And wow, Toronto coming off a loss, but it's the Utah side that bring momentum from a victory last week.
Dallin, tonight Utah is going to look to wow the home opening crowd with a high-energy attack and some dominant and bruising defense right in the face of the Rocky Mountains.
Let's take a look at the teams here, and it's the Arrows Director of Rugby, Chris Silverthorne, has selected 14 international cap players, with Paddy Lynott and Mike Shepard getting starts this week in the pack. Expect another great outing by loose forward Tomas De La Vega. In the backs, it's Jason Higgins who wears the number 9 jersey, and the biggest news of the week is the signing of legendary Argentine fullback Joaquin Tuculet. His presence will boost the Canadian outfit to already feature a star-studded backline, which includes the talented Taylor Adams and 5 other internationals.
And up front for Utah, we will be looking for hooker Sama Malolo and open side flanker Bailey Wilson to put their physicality on full display. In the back line for the Warriors, scrum half Michael Basker will set the tempo, and the always dangerous Mike Teo looks to be incisive and decisive on the wing. Captain for Utah tonight is Bailey Wilson. And the coaches for tonight's contest for Utah, former Eagle forward coach Sean Pittman is at the helm. And for the Toronto Arrows, Chris Silverthorne leads his charges into Zions Bank Stadium looking for their first victory of 2021. For our captain's comparison, we look at Toronto open side flanker Lucas Rumble as he turned in a dominant performance in his work rate with 32 arrivals. And for Bailey Wilson, the number 7 open side captain for Utah, 4 dominant tackles set the tone for their physical style of play.
We're joined tonight by former US Eagle James Patterson, who is with us pitchside.
Thanks, Dallin and Mike. Perfect conditions here tonight for running rugby. as the crowd's building in anticipation of the first home game in over 600 days. We are at reduced capacity tonight, 75% capacity of a 5,400 maximum capacity. There's going to be well over 3,000 fans cheering their side on. One fascinating piece of information we found out today is that the state of Utah is over 60% vaccinated. That's significant, and the Utah Warriors staff fully expect sellout crowds in April, a massive achievement for our MLR side. Spoke to a few of the fans in the stands earlier, and Warriors fans are happy to be back in public, side to side, cheering on their side. And then also spoke to a few stray Arrows fans. They assured us that they're well outnumbered, but we will hear their voices tonight.
Today's referee is Jack Goll, who's assisted by Khalil Harrison and Cage Green. All is in readiness for this exciting clash. All to set.
Okay, here we go.
And it's Utah Warriors kicking off in black to the Toronto Arrows in blue and white. This game set to go off like a frog in a sock. Linesback Stadium hosts the opening clash here for the Warriors. Ball in hand for them as Schulte has his first touch. Hagen Schulte goes to the air. You're watching the game of the week in Major League Rugby 2021. Round 2. We take it the back from the Arrows. Safety first as they pull it to their forwards. Looking to give some opportunity for their back. Andrew Quattrin, first touch for him, the 24-year-old. So good to see fans in the back players. Jason Higgins turns 26 tomorrow. Can he get an early birthday present today? Schulte goes down, ducks underneath a would-be tackler.
Hold here.
The live wire, Michael Basker gets the ball away, the halfback. Feeds his forwards as Franco van den Berg gets over that at ruck time. Early touches here as they take it to Summer Malolo. Good carry from the 23-year-old. Basker works the short side again, stabbed through by Mikey Teo, the Eagle veteran. Well handled, though, by the Arrows as they look to capitalise on possession.
Stop 9.
Bit of space and territory from them. Charge down, it's back in field. Let's play the Arrows on fire early on. Back in field, looking to the 22. Here they go through Cole Keith, the Chief. Stunning bit of play. Ingenuity from the visiting Canadian side. Lesauge, good carry from the outside centre. Holding is the call, and Utah Warriors get over this one, and Lance Williams gets the job done.
And Toronto's attack is stifled there, but after a very good spell of play. Dallin, I was impressed last week in Atlanta early on where their continuity game was really looking sharp and effective. And little bits and pieces like we saw there. See, it looks like there's a little bit of sun in Utah's eyes, perhaps. And for Utah today, we're looking to lower that penalty count, keep up the physicality, and establish their kicking game.
Get them all driving forward here. Great bit of play. They keep it in field. Coached by the great Sean Pittman. This is his area of expertise. Basker pops it short. Getting an early touch there for Josh Whoopi. His brother's in the squad as well. Still, they work, and Schulte spots a bit of space. Just pops this in. What a deft touch. Stays in the field of play. So a chance for the Arrows to kick downfield. Not a lot of room or angle to work with. Stays in the field of play yet again. Schulte flings it across. The Warriors fullback into play there. Clive Lopeshire's kick has gone too far, and that is an error for the home team.
And they didn't get the bounce that time. The first kick by Schulte was beautifully placed, and they got a nice hop, not to be that time. And for Toronto this weekend coming into the game, they're still looking to get their match fitness in and build that game fitness. They want to be more accurate in rucks. Last week they didn't feel that they were acting as effectively as they could. And their kicking and transition game. That's an area of focus this week coming into this match, and we'll see how much it comes into play.
Let's see how they get on here. First scrum for them, Paddy Larnott, Andrew Quattrin, and Cole Keith up front. Those are the big heavies going against Vandenberg, Malolo, and McLennan. Number 3 for the Warriors. The Arrows from the Eastern Conference. Scrum pops up. A bit decimated there, and the Warriors come through. They'll get early confidence from that.
And Paddy Lynott, the young prop, he's been coming up the Canadian system and through Ontario. He'll have his hands full with Angus McClellan, who's slowly turned into one of the veteran props of the MLR and within the Eagle system.
Well, the other great thing is there are a lot of Canadian eligible players going against the US as well. So this battle, this rivalry is renewed across the border. Basker's one of those young players coming through as well in picture. 26 years of age with NOLA Gold in 2018 and 2019. Now at home here in Merriman. Arrows reset. Referee Gold tells them to keep their shape and keep off the ground. Diana gets it away. Adams, F little touch from Laser Adams, as he's known. Oh, big step. Excellent retention from Utah, and over possession there is Lance Williams again, man from Hawaii.
Who's at 9?
Michael Basker told to get rid of it. Man who's just joined the Warriors. Goes high for the box kick. Beautiful jump and take there from fly-off Taylor Adams, and from Auckland, New Zealand. Claims possession for the Arrows. Not afraid to sling it around. There's a couple of pushes in back play. Nothing too serious. There's the halfback Jason Higgins from Christian Brothers College. Pops it downfield. Both sides feeling each other out here. Utah strong under the kicks, as are Toronto. Behind the back their pass. Malolo shifting it across. Now looking to attack up midfield. Good carrier from Tyler Fisher. And from Durban, South Africa. Land of the Great White Shark. To the halfway line they go. Malolo again. Strong carry from the hooker, former Australian under-20 product. This time the backs come into play. Fisher again, who was looking for his winger. Josh Whippy couldn't get it away. Still probing. Vandenberg, Schulte, flat ball. Big hit was going to come in there on Summer Malolo. He looked up and knocked it on.
Yeah, it looks like the rhythm was just a little out of sorts there as they went to the backdoor option. I think in the middle of the field here, Dallin, you know, when things are a little bit stagnant, might be a good time to put in the corner. They did that early on, and I know it's part of their game plan this weekend. But here, just a little too flat and a hard ball to handle under pressure. So Toronto will get it back.
Going on. Let's sort it out. Okay, now.
They've handled the high ball. Both teams have handled the high ball well early on.
Let's go.
Always a little bit of a deterrent against the teams who intend to kick.
Perfect conditions for rugby here. The Arrows should feel at home. A bit of snow in the background as well in those mountains. Arrows lost last week. Very close, 21-14. On travel through the borders. Yet big scrum again from the Utah Warriors. They get that penalty as well. The forward pack march forward, doing their jobs, and it's high fives all around. That'll get them going early on.
That's a good sign for Utah early on. They do have a solid and veteran tight five, and I think they're going to use this as a weapon, and Toronto certainly will have to come up with some answers if they don't want it to be a long day for them.
This is a mammoth penalty attempt here from the Flav Hagen Schulte, the capped German international.
Yeah, and he was very impressive last year. He had some long kicks. He was accurate, and this is a very big strength of theirs. The kick clock is on, so this is going to be an issue, and that's 60 seconds from his first intent. So we will see what transpires. A miscommunication on the sidelines.
Well, the person who runs the tee needs to be there instantly, and wasted 20-30 seconds already. So Hagen Schulte with his first attempt at minute 8.
You know, Dallin, we were surprised at this attempt at goal, so maybe he was as well.
About 55 meters out, Hagen Schulte. Short run up, is not scared to bomb them away from anywhere. And he's raised the flags. That is an unbelievable kick. The Utah Warriors go up 3-0. And cool as you like, Hagen Schulte take a bow.
Wow, a massive kick. And that's a great weapon. That's where you got to watch for your penalties now, because they will really be punished.
Nothing quite like German engineering from Schulte. Toronto Arrows know that they infringe any point in that range, they'll be giving up 3 points. Lovely lift as well as the Warriors reclaim possession. Teo is in there as well as Vandenberg. Van Vieren flicks it out the back. They're not shy to move it across to the left boot as well to hammer it downfield. Good relieving kick, but they have carried it back, so explain that one, Talks.
Yeah, if you come outside of your own 22 and then you pass it back in and that kick goes out of bounds, it gets all the way back to the spot where it's kicked from. So a very ambitious kick, and if they got that roll, it would have been good purchase. That was about 60 yards downfield.
We know the game's all about momentum, so the Arrows have an opportunity here to get something on the board. Andrew Quattrin, 5 caps for Canada. Goes to the tail of the line out. The ball is free, and Malolo flicks it away.
Advantage is over.
Boom downfield again from the left boot. Hagen Schulte. This guy is very, very impressive.
Always inside.
You can see why Sean Pittman wants to keep a strong kicking game as part of their repertoire.
Just like that, Andrew Quattrin finds his way all the way back past the halfway line. Now he's side in their own zone.
Timing.
The Arrows, 7 international players in the 23. They're missing Gaston Miras, their prop red card from last week. But they march on in midfield. Higgins looks to reset as they go through their forward pack again. Lucas Rumble, captain, 35 caps for Canada as well. The veteran.
Okay, 9.
His experience. It's a kick over the top from the halfback. Contestable, players everywhere. Bounces on the ground, Whippy can't handle. It's come off a couple of players. And then people on the sideline always getting trampled.
And, you know, I mentioned a few times that Toronto may have to deal with various aspects of this game, but the team is equipped to handle and come up with solutions. A lot, as you mentioned, a lot of experience, a lot of international experience, mainly through Canadians, but also through their South American connection.
You're so right. They set a record in MLR in 2019, did the Arrows with most points scored in a match, and it was against Utah, 64-39. They ramped in 9 tries. It's going to be very different tonight. This Utah side is very loaded, coming off that 50-48 victory against the Austin Gilgronis last week away. Good scrum, better from the Arrows. They go flat ball, have knocked it on. Unforced error in midfield from Giuseppe Detroit.
Well, still feeling their way in this one. They got the set piece sorted out, and now the back line has let them down a little bit. And, you know, Dallin, they've had a tough time of it early on with COVID and relocating to Georgia and getting used to that. Just cultural impact, being on the road and all of that. And they'll get through it, but in early days, they're gonna have a few issues.
It was quite funny. They faced, in the very first game, faced their hosts, who they hadn't run into at that stage, but went down 21-14. They did several things right in that game, and of course, as we said, it's a long season, so many upsets so far. We've seen the other scores today. If you haven't watched them, turn away right now, but New York went down against NOLA 51-28, and All Glory beat ATL 50-23. It's a penalty for Mikey Teosai. The Warriors, he just... That kick again out the back. Explain why that one hasn't worked out for the Warriors.
Well, they're putting it down a little bit, and they're not getting the roll. So I think we just need to be a little bit more precise in putting it towards the touchline. It's more towards the middle of the field. And once it rolls past that in-goal line, the end line, it gets brought all the way back from where it was kicked for a scrum. And that certainly can be a deterrent.
It makes a big difference, doesn't it, Talks, if it just sits up a little bit. Toronto down by 3 after 13 minutes. It's flown by so far. Stunning camera work from our crew. The snow-capped mountains in the background. Arrows with Higgins again, and at the back we've got Manuel Diana. Trump goes down. We'll only have one more reset as per the new MLR law variations.
Yeah, it looked like on the tight head side for Toronto. Then we went down. Cole Keith, the veteran.
Yeah, okay. Guys,
World Cup veteran.
Keep our feet
Solid prop.
Okay, feet up, please. There's Emma.
And as we know, Dallin, in order to speed up the game, one of the law variations this year in the MLR is after one reset, and it's a penalty or free kick if it collapses again. So we'll see how this goes, and it could be more clean.
Several law variations variations to speed things up. I want to get more ball in play, more action for the fans watching. So welcome, wherever you're tuning in from. They're picking good. Deanna gets the fan. Good carry from the number 8. Finds Detroit. Joseph Detroit. Hard running inside centre. Arrow come ranging up again with big Adrian Warden. To play. Utah snuffle that attack.
Hey there, ball's available.
Keith goes backwards. And Quatrin back involved. Higgins still goes to the left. The laser to Detroit. His own man. Accidental offside, that's called.
Yeah, just a little unfortunate there. Again, the timing just a little bit off. And the disruption call there on Toronto. Sean Pittman talked about last week they were penalized for offsides multiple times and so they have to be more disciplined on. They want line speed, but at the same time they know they got to keep away from those penalties. So definite work on this week.
Well, look who it is there on the side, helping out. We've got a few Arrows staff members, and they are bolstered though in their staff. They have a bunch of talented coaches as well. Both sides do really. And let's be fair, the Utah side have 2 former Eagles that recently played. Their halfback Sean Davies, who now coaches the backs, was at the Rugby World Cup 2019. And he's coached there. One of his coaches was Sean Pittman, who they're coaching together now. Arrows, similarly, they have a few veterans. Aaron Carpenter, most capped Canadian in history, representing his country on 80 occasions. He's in charge of their defense and their forwards. And those players who are now coaches can really transfer their knowledge.
Absolutely. Aaron Carpenter, one of the best leaders that Canada has had. He captained the team, and he was really impressive. And now he's brought his defensive prowess and all that experience to the Arrows. And of course, Rob Howley comes in. Great influence on the halfbacks and general play.
Yeah, particularly helping out Jason Higgins coming in as well. We had Andrew Ferguson, who's on the bench. He started last week.
Time on.
Known as Fergie. Time back on. 15 gone in this clash in the first half. We're here at Zions Bank Stadium. We set a attendance record a few years ago for 10,000 attending that clash. Here they go with the Warriors. Big carry from Yuri van Vieren, the man from Bloemfontein, South Africa. And make them hard. They made a bricks back there. Penalty for Schulte, much closer to the uprights if he needs 3.
So Toronto not rolling away quick enough on the tackle. One thing that Sean Pittman is concerned about, he realizes the speed that Toronto gets to the breakdown exerts pressure on the ball. So their support work this week has been really important.
We saw last time, Schulte doesn't need the 60 seconds, he just needs 30 seconds. So he's taking his time, just getting his shorts geared up to line this one up. Smashed the first one over from about 55 out this time. Much closer for the laser boot, the 28-year-old. Spent time with the Glasgow Warriors in Scotland, playing in the Pro 12, and now he's here, strutting his stuff in America. Penalty attempt number 2 is successful as well. It's 6-0 after 15 minutes. Utah lead Toronto.
I think it's important at this point that Toronto regathers themselves, and you know, they have the veteran leadership. They can do it. They just need to get down there, play through a few phases, and draw some pressure onto Utah. They haven't pressured them in a sustained fashion yet.
Great kick there from referee Jack Gold, showing his skills. Restart taken again by the Warriors. Great skill from them with Baska. Van Vieren moves it quickly, setting the side with Lance Williams, a school teacher. Baska goes back to the pocket. They brought it back inside the 22, so they can't kick it out directly.
13, stop.
And they don't. Toronto field this one inside their 22.
Outside.
Now they look to have a go in the kick with Taylor Adams. Chasers are there as well. Good fielding from fullback Lopsha. 24-year-old from Rehoboth, Namibia, just joined the side. Settle things down for the Utah Warriors. Such big abrasive players, and Fortain is one of those new signings. Nice little golf stroke, if you will, from Schulte. And back is Ben Lesage. Lesage with a step. Lesage, they call him Batman because he's wearing a covering across his face.
Hold here, hold.
He is not sitting on the sideline. He's ready to rumble. Is the 25-year-old.
Inside. Stop here, boys.
His team clear their lines,
Evan.
but they do give possession to the home team, and it's a nice attacking one as well.
Yeah, and if you go back to that kickoff after the penalty, Toronto's putting up some beautiful contestable balls, but both times Utah's managed them.
And there is the man himself, the legendary coach who's joined Canada and the Toronto's former Welsh and British and Irish line, Rob Howley. Fantastic addition to the side. His detail and knowledge of the game has been vital, as said by head coach Chris Silverthorne.
Watch that game.
Utah, meanwhile, back on the attack they go. It's Van Vieren again who takes it to the line. Big Yuri to his countryman, Franco Vandenberg. Schulte very deep as they recycle. Teo, Mikey Teo. Teo on the outside. Later the Rugby World Cup 2019 for the US. They turn it back. Good recycle possession here. Again they come. Angus McLennan has it with Vandenberg. Props working in tandem. Little chip over the top's been charged down. Play on.
Good job.
All the arrows, and here they go.
Backwards.
It's up indeed for Tyler Fisher. Second time that the arrows have kicked something through. But it sits with the Warriors, and Williams, the little flick ball, football pass as Teo again. Mike Teo on the outside, not afraid of the contact. Played sevens for the United States as well. Long-time Belmont Shore player out of Southern California. Lance Williams again tacks the line. Linebacker out of University of Hawaii was the all-time leading tackler. So rugby is perfect for him. Oh, there was almost a hospital pass there. Josh Whippy, the recipient from Suva in Fiji. Vieren stopped in his tracks. The arrows flying up. They know that's the way they can penetrate. Whippy again. They go low on him. Warriors keeping the ball in hand with McLennan again. Back-to-back national champions at the Davenport University program. Schulte goes across field. Here they go with the inside centre. Good carry, Calvin Whiting. Lovely bit of break there from the South African who moved to Utah in 2011.
Fine there. We're going back for
His side will get their third kickable penalty.
A good bit of possession there, Dallin. They were able to keep the ball through multiple phases and again pressure Toronto in their defense. I think Utah's going to need to do a little better, and this will come with time, is if they can work harder off the ball to get in that shape to be more effective to running onto it.
Yeah.
So here, looking back at the last play, we see them moving in good shape. Calvin Whiting is a strong runner, and he's able to make that half break. And right there at that breakdown is where we had and we have a man down on the field here.
I haven't mentioned. So, pre-game, we spoke about not taking time away from playing rugby. Yes, sir. Okay, number 2's been engaged in push and shove over there. Okay. We don't know who started. If you're involved in anything else, you're going to be sitting down. Is that clear? Yes, sir. Okay. I'll talk to the boys. Have a chat now.
Referee Jack Cole just having a word there. We've had a few law variations and
we agree.
a couple of good ones up there.
Yeah, so you have the second count, which we talked about.
Let me finish.
From when you score a try or a penalty or take a penalty kick, that clock is on.
Message to the boys.
If you score under the post, again, to speed up the game, no conversion. It's just automatic points. The man who scored the try gets the points. At scrum time, the offside line is now where the ball was put in and not where the ball is. So that's going to help to relieve some pressure and keep the things flowing, keep the game flowing. We talked about the scrum resets, and I like this one particularly, the 20-minute red card, meaning if a player receives a red card,
offside,
they're down to 14 men or down a man for 20 minutes, and then they can bring a replacement on. A good law to entertain the crowd.
That's right, opposed to being off for the whole game. Marco Basca was getting attention there. We hope he's okay because he's integral to the side. Basca holds his arm up there, and two-time national champion at Arkansas State. He also attended Lindenwood University. Brilliant rugby program there. So a kickable penalty, of course, for the number 10, Hagen Schulte. Flav lines this one up.
Okay.
Lovely striker of the ball. This time he's pulled it. 6-0. We're going to take a short hydration break. 20 minutes gone in the clash. It's Utah Warriors that lead 6-0 at home against Toronto.
Hey, just the margins of election.
The premier showcase for Kiwi boxers is back. With the return of Friday Night Fights.
Awesome! Smash them, bro!
Featuring fighters at the top of their game.
Most men, they're leaving it out there under the lights.
Plus the main event. With mover and shaker Andre Mikhailovich taking on Shea Brock.
It's all on here at the theater!
P3 Promotions presents Sky City Friday Night Fights 2. April 9th, live, Sky Sport 2.
Into the walls without reprieve. Howling the moon.
It's dirty. Are you ready for this?
Are you?
Holy shit.
You got the devil inside you.
I can see the looks on your faces. Whoa!
Someone's in trouble.
Today is a good day to die!
Hey, everyone, you'll never guess what I found out!
Sorry, honey.
It was like best trip ever turned into the worst circumstance possible. It was like Billy just got super f***ed up.
As every time, and they're choosing to run it. So perhaps one of the messages coming in from the sideline for the Arrows is if they've got 3 players deep, attack the outside and attack the edges.
Former Eagle, James Patterson there with his insight. Great insight on the tactician himself. A penalty for Toronto Arrows. They get over the pill. They're on their feet, all rights to possession.
And as we talked about earlier, it's an area that Sean Pittman was concerned about, the quickness of Toronto to get onto the ball. And right there, they showed it. Little, looks like Mike Basket is still having some issues there.
You going to go?
And that's not looking too good, Dallin.
No, one arm down and said, are you going to go? And he looks to be walking towards the sideline. No, he wants to go back to the action. There's a hard man, is Michael Basket.
So the coaches will have a decision there, and there's a U-turn. So, unfortunate early night for Michael Basket.
Lucas, just wait. They're subbing.
He's one of the leaders of this team, so they'll certainly miss that presence there.
So just waiting for the replacement to take the field. 20 minutes gone and 6-0. Arrows looking to strike next.
No, they're making a sub. They're making a sub.
Substitute on the field there is Fraser Hurst, the former Canadian under-20 player. Man from Vancouver.
Make sure you 10 metres.
Takes the field a little bit earlier than he expected. So a lot will rest on his service and how he can control the game at the base.
Right, thanks, guys. Time's going on.
Meanwhile, here we go to the Arrows in the Eastern Conference. Drums beating in the background. Great to hear the sound of fans and music and celebration. Warden and a good little move as they flick around the fringes.
Heads away.
Arrows with their forwards peeling through. Look to go low. Quatrin is in there as well. Detroit.
Okay, advantage.
Aggressive carry from
offside.
Detroit. Adams. A late delayed ball. There is a penalty advantage. If they need it, they'll take it.
Accidental offside there. You have no mark. You have no mark. Just here, coach.
And this is where Toronto gets into their strength. They have strong, aggressive, nasty runners of the ball. And down in the 22, they came around the corner with some intent and purpose and put some stress there on Utah's defense. So the kick clock is on. Should be no problem here. And this is what Toronto has to do. If they can draw penalties, if they can get downfield, then they bring their impact, their strength of their game.
Tyler Adams played in New Zealand with Southland in the Mitre 10 Cup. Lines up the first points for the Toronto Arrows. Hang in front. He turns, makes no mistake. It's 6-3. The Arrows are on the board after 22 minutes here at Zions Bank Stadium in Utah.
Well, it's a mindset that you get into once you get those points on the board. You You know that work is paying off. You know that you have some momentum. Now an important part of the game, can they take the restart and do something positive with it?
Restart from Schulte, goes deep. Lots of pressure on that side, but Mires does superbly. Gaston Mires, 73 caps for Uruguay. One of the Flyers hasn't seen much possession yet, as it's hammered downfield yet again, playing the territory game of the Arrows.
And a beautiful kick, really cleared pressure, cleared the line, and you want your team moving up there. And around anything, Dallin, around that 10 meter and 50, if you can get it, that's kind of your target for a positive outcome on that.
Just joining us, Major League Rugby is in season 4, 12 teams, 11 in the US, 1 from Canada, and they're featuring tonight right now. There will be an Eastern Conference champion and a Western Conference champion. Utah stepping through, back to the middle. They go. Release! With Fraser Hurst. Malolo finds big.
Okay, tackle now, 7!
Former shot put national champion. He just throws things around. He does it for a living now as Ashton Fortain, and from Cape Town, South Africa as well. Schulte goes deep, looking to attack through Angus McLennan. Hurst just passing so far. It's his team on the front foot. Taylor Fisher. Aggressive player in the midfield. They turn it back, Schulte looking for numbers, and they've got a little bit of space here to operate. Fortain stretches the legs. Gets the one-handed flick. It's knocked back from Mires. Great skill from the winger to keep it alive as well. It's there with the Arrows. They flick it around like it's a hot potato. And again, getting involved there too is from the right wing was Leandro Levas as well, helping out his teammate from Uruguay. 76 appearances he has for his country, the Los Terros, the 32-year-old.
Outside, ball is outside.
They go high through box kick from Higgins. Fielded with a bit of time for the Arrows. And now Utah breaking away. They're finding space here. Huge collision coming in. Tyler Fisher drops the shoulder, does the 27-year-old. He's made a steal though, as they again shift from left to right. Schulte wants to come back to this side. Ball bounces up for Fisher near the touchline, flicks it back in field to Lance Williams. Is under pressure. Arrows may have turned things around for their side, and they will get a scrum.
You know, Dallin, I mentioned it before, and Utah is going quite a bit backdoor on those blocker plays through their forwards, and they just don't have the timing. They don't have the timing right. Here we have a big collision.
Here we go.
Not an actual tackle, and that's why he can get up. But he gave him a good shot there, a little more reminiscent of a check than a tackle.
Crouch!
Toronto Arrows, 27 of their 38 players, returnees, so strong base to work with. They collapses, 1 reset allowed.
Angus McLennan, a strong prop, coming up through the age grade system.
Both to hold space, okay? There's far too much leaning from both sides now. You need to keep your feet until set, okay? Yep.
And that
too much leaning.
That leaning destabilizes the scrum. Ideally you'd like about 120-degree angle from your legs, but when it starts extending, then you're really vulnerable to the collapse.
Dark arts of the scrum, and there's so much that goes on there we don't know about. A bit of pulling and trying to wheel as well.
There certainly is, and burden's on the referee here to figure it out.
Back at Manuel Diana, flick it away. Adams goes deep.
Wait, 12.
Puts it downfield to the Arrows, making Utah turn with Josh Whippy. Got his fullback with him. Lopesha.
13, stop.
Big kick from Lopesha, the fullback.
A few minutes ago, talking about the kicking and having 2 defenders back versus 3. And that is a change in the game over the last few years, and it allows more room. So what you want to do in that situation is either put it down the middle and make defenders move sideways or backwards.
Still a lot of strategy at play here. 6-3 to score after 27 minutes. The Toronto Arrows have a new boot sponsor as well. Puma is the official boot sponsor for the 2021 season. They're doing good things off the field as well. And not so good on the field, though. Maybe just needed a fresh pair of cleats there as they spill it.
Yeah, just a little timing option then from the delivery.
Yeah.
Unfortunate as they try to find their footing on attack. These little stumbles.
That's a much better standard from everyone. Okay, that's our standard now.
Utah Warriors will possession. They've done some great things off the field as well. CEO and General Manager, former Eagle Kimber Carr.
I think he's just going.
A great group together. Chris Latham, their coach, left, but they still have the brilliant Sean Pittman and Sean Davies, two Americans doing excellent work here. 10 international players recruited in their squad of 23. Warriors, though, with their replacement halfback, Fraser Hurst, in picture. Has been very powerful with Vandenberg and McLennan. You mentioned, Todd. Here they go now at the back. Yuri Van Vieren. Have advantage. If the ball is available, they could play.
On 9.
Van Vieren takes it off the base. Finds Teo.
Okay.
We go through the strong ball carrying unit of Fisher. And then back to Schulte. Going to have a drop goal. They had advantage. It is unsuccessful, so they'll come back here to the captain, Bailey Wilson.
Hey, Bailey. Offside penalty, centre field, or the scrum penalty over there?
And Dallin, you know, I think that right here, Toronto obviously struggling a little bit with the scrum.
Where the scrum was.
But I think, you know, looking to the attack, I think Utah, if they committed to some intent just running, they've been going backdoor a lot and you're going to outflank them.
Offside.
There is some space there, but I really think to build some momentum and drive, just some hard running, some straight running. They have good runners. They've people who can shed tackles.
They opted for the penalty instead of the scrum, and they've gone to the touchline. They will get the line-out throw as well. Has that gone in the field of play? Yes, they'll have a 5-meter line-out. Exceptional skills from the number 10.
You can't get any better than that, right at the 5-meter line. We'll see what they're able to do with this. I know they certainly emphasize, you know, the maul ball, and we'll see how it goes here.
Up front, Vandenberg. Bailey Wilson is there. Comes down to Vandenberg right now. Big Franco. To the ground he goes. Van Vieren is there. Hurst looks for Fortain. Well supported at ruck time. They pick and drive again. Malolo is angry. Malolo looking for the line. Malolo turns. Malolo's over. Sama Malolo. He's as big as his narcissist ego, and he gets the first score of the game. What a stunner.
Well, he fought through a whole gaggle of Toronto defenders who seemingly had him held up, but he powered his way through, rolled around, and touched it down. A great individual effort there for the score.
Yeah, we had ball come out. So.
And just like when it looked like maybe they lost it in the line out and dropped it forward, but they were able to hold it, and a great effort here of individual work, and it adds to the lead, making it 11-3 Utah.
Stunning bit of work from the pack, and you could see the determination from Sama Malolo. Second year with the Utah Warriors side. Kick clock is on, so 60 seconds from when he touched down. Megan Schulte has a chance for the extra 2 points. Adds them easily. It's 13 points to 3 and a 10-point buffer for the home side. 9 minutes to go in the clash.
Yeah, and early on we talked about Sama Malolo being an impact player and how important he is. You know, a player who can play flanker if he's not playing hooker, and there you see twisting and turning through the crowd.
Those drums are beating for the home side. 8 to go in the first 40. Kick just needs to go 10 meters across that dotted line, which it does.
Let it go. No, it's in.
And Utah again take possession. Vandenberg, his prop teammates, and Teo on the wing gets lifted, flicks it back in field superbly. Keep away. Fisher drops the shoulder. Fisher, such powerful tree trunk legs he has. Hurst toying with the defense to make them get on side, and Lance Williams, wonderful player and off the field, who works with special needs, preschool teacher.
Waiting here.
Schulte, low driving kick, not the best looking kick. Gives possession to the Arrows. Again, they go to the air through Joaquin Tukelet. Haven't seen him run much yet, the 31-year-old.
On edge.
He has knocked it on there. His opposite number, Clive Lopesha, takes possession. So
we'll come back for the knock-on.
But here, Dallin, you know, a little bit of kick tennis, and it works out in the favor of Utah. And they have a good attacking space here. You know, scrum time is always good to attack. You have 16 forwards and 2 halfbacks. Consolidate in a small area. So you see a lot of scores generated from scrums. Not always necessarily from this first strike, but subsequently from it. But good attacking space.
So I'm so impressed with MRR. You can get all the kit online at shopmrl.com as well. To support your favorite side. 12 teams battling it out in 2021. We'll have our playoff postseason after 18 rounds of action. East versus West will play for the MRL Shield. Only one team has won it so far, the Seattle Seawolves. Of course, no winner last year. Tukelet, little chip over the top. This is Tukelet. What a skill. Back inside, he thought he'd get it to his teammates, but Kelvin Whiting was there. Man from Utah intercepts the play. Tukelet, though, great little no-look skills. Schulte goes across the face again. They have the strategy of pulling it back to Lopesha. Finds the right-hand touch line, just in the field of play. Adams has
play on.
His wing three-quarter with him, who was hit after. Was okay, says our referee. Whippy, who can launch a counter-attack. Whippy with a dummy, slips to the first tackle. Game's starting to open up here for the Warriors. Vandenberg, the Rhino. To the right-hand side, they work. Fortine, great little flick to McLennan, gets the angry fan going.
Advantage.
Penalty advantage.
Take him. Player has to clear the space.
We've seen that penalty a few times tonight where they're not rolling away quick enough on the tackle. But, you know, Dallin, you see Fortine several times already, just little flicks, getting the arm out, offloading, and they're spaced out wide, so it's been effective for them.
Schulte bangs it for the corner. Just a lot of ball movement from the Utah Warriors. It's exciting stuff, and you've got to feel that they're about to bust free.
Sure is. And here we'll have another look at this penalty. Fortine has his load. Angus McClellan running strong and hard. Tackled here. And you can't do that there, rather than not rolling away, which the referee seemed to signal there. You can't obstruct with the scrum half trying to pass the ball. That's what happened there.
Try scorer from earlier, Malolo. Goes to the top, taken by Fortine. Williams loops around. They come with a move. Teo to Malolo again. Sama Malolo looking for number 2. Just short. The Warriors
advantage.
Pull it back. They have advantage as well. Schulte brings it in field. Whiting, Calvin Whiting to Fisher. Great interplay from the centers. No advantage coming. Will come back after that free play.
Number.
They're really building some momentum here. Just powerful runs.
Bailey.
And I think especially down inside the 22.
Center field on the 15.
That you want to really bring that line speed up by Toronto. And they're allowing Utah to get some momentum. They need to turn the pressure.
The man in the air.
And there you hear referee Goal talking about the penalty, playing the man in the air in the lineup.
Just a few building up now, hey?
Early there. They're holding them a little bit.
Okay.
I'm moving them over.
Yeah. Have a word now, please.
So have a word with your teammates is what referee Jack Goal is saying to the Utah Warriors.
Yeah, discipline now. Yeah, discipline.
Make sure to visit the Rugby Network and sign up for a free streaming service to watch all MRL matches each week, as well as top highlights and other behind-the-scenes context at rugbynetwork.com. All the action there, you'll get to hear all the games you want to watch as the Warriors march forward. The home side, the juggernaut goes, and Lance Williams is over! Williams is a special player. His side celebrate try number 2 just before the break.
Well, a big momentum try. Aston Fortine the take, and on that score, Lance Williams. And They are really in control of this game right now, and Toronto's just trying to find some answers. And they're really looking impressive, especially in their tight work and going forward, but just all around, everything seems to be clicking.
Happy coaching crew of Sean Pittman and Sean Davies.
Yeah, I do too.
We'll bring up the halftime pretty soon. Try number 2, scored by the Utah Warriors. Fantastic forward pack try. And Lance Williams, who spends his evenings training young athletes at a local fitness gym, gives of his time freely, and they support him, whether at home or in person. Schulte makes it 20 points to 3. The Utah Warriors are on song at home in the first 40.
And here we have a look at it. A beautiful consolidated drive, initiated instantly that the ball hits the ground, and there was no stopping it there. It's become a powerful tool here. They roll towards the open field, towards a weak seam in the maul. And it's a happy group at this point.
Arrows kick to the 22, and Schulte is happy to put this one downfield yet again.
So the things that Sean Pittman and Utah talked about working, they've kept the penalty count down. Their kicking has been effective. They've gotten distance from it. Their set piece has been operating with power. So it's nice for a coach when that happens.
Really is. Impressed with the center pairing of Calvin Whiting and Tyler Fisher. This is a forward pack as well of Utah. Can the Arrows come back into this game? It's all about momentum. Andrew Quattrin. Down to Higgins off the top. To crash it up. Rumble's in there as well, just being a nuisance at the breakdown. And well, Iana from Uruguay. They change direction. Arrows fill this one forward. It's probably summed up the first half for the Toronto Arrows.
Yeah, it's turning into one of those nights in this first half, and they'll be happy to get into the changing room and reset their team.
So that's the end of the first half. A pulsating 40 minutes we have seen, and the Utah Warriors lead the Toronto Arrows by 20 points to 3 in round 2 of Major League Rugby 2021.
That's the message.
Time for a short break. And when we come back, we'll have interviews, analysis, and highlights from Zions Bank Stadium in Utah. Don't go away. The action will continue.
The premier showcase for Kiwi boxers is back. With the return of Friday Night Fights.
Awesome! Smash them, bro!
Featuring fighters at the top of their game.
Both men, they're leaving it out there under the lights.
Plus the main event. With mover and shaker Andre Mikhailovich taking on Shea Brock. P3 Promotions presents Sky City Friday Night Fights 2, April 9th, live, Sky Sport 2.
Right now, a new Air New Zealand AirPoints Platinum Visa from KiwiBank comes with a choice. 200 bonus AirPoints dollars, or save $150 with a 1-year fee waiver. Which way will you go? Apply now at airpointscreditcard.co.nz.
Big brands, great deals. On now at Harvey Norman. Bonus Joby Rig Buy redemption when you get the Nikon Z5. Unleash your creativity with deals on Sony mirrorless cameras. Bonus gift card when you purchase these Canon cameras. Score the ultimate adventure bundle with great deals on GoPro and accessories. And hot deals on Fitbit smartwatches. Plus, buy now on 60 months interest free and get a bonus gift card up to the value of $500. On now at Harvey Norman.
Go!
Dynamo Professional stain experts are testing the toughest stains to develop our best performing stain removal. New Dynamo Professional Oxy Plus removes stains for a superior clean. Try new Dynamo Professional.
Fed to the wolves without reprieve. Howl at the moon.
It's dirty. Are you ready for this?
Are you?
I can see the looks on your faces. Wow!
Someone's in trouble.
Hold on!
Today is a good day to die!
Hey, everyone, you'll never guess what I found out!
Sorry, honey.
For FBI Most Wanted, April 14.
It was like best trip ever turned into the worst circumstance possible.
It's like Billy just got super f***ed up.
Every breath was getting shorter and shorter.
Are you coming home to me?
Billy starts April 7th, Sky Sport.
Pile their forwards in, expecting the drive. We have a hooker out here for the Giltini, sees John Poland come open, but the switcheroo with Joe Johnston, he goes back down the blind side, and he has his hooker in support, and the poor old scrum half for the Giltinis didn't have much of a chance stopping Joe Johnston there. A great little rehearsed move from the New England Free Jacks that bamboozled the LA Giltinis for their first try of the match. Now, the second try we're going to show you is from the Houston Sabercats. Balakana slicing through the swan dive at the end. Beautiful stuff. Let's break that down and have a look in slow motion. So the ball comes out of the maul. Beautiful distribution to Windsor, and Windsor takes the ball forward, commits two defenders there, including the inside defender of Duratalo. He has Balakana coming straight through, and Barton is confused. Who do I take? Do I take the winger coming in? Do I take Taylor Howden in the centres? Balakana straight through. 7 automatic points as well under the new laws. Beautiful stuff. How about that swan dive? And now, the third and probably prettiest try you'll see this weekend is from the Giltinis. This is how it finished with DTH van der Merwe. Second try on his way to a man-of-the-match performance. It was a full line-out from the Giltinis, so they have all their forwards in. You expect to see Billy Meeks just take it forward from the 9 to set up a new phase at the gain line, but that man there, Gitto, he's lurking. He's going to create a second wave of attack. 4 defenders, if not 5, get committed to just the 2 centres there. Adam Ashley Cooper drawing in a couple of defenders, and that leaves Gitto with an easy 3-on-1 out wide, and then it was a 2v1 with van der Merwe untouched all the way around. Couldn't quite get round to the post, but brilliant try, and they would have had a lot of fun rehearsing that one in the week, Stacey.
You know what I took from all of that? I have decided I'm going to start swan diving into all the halftime reports. That's what I took from that. So much fun. Thank you for
I would love
Thank you for joining us on this halftime report presented by Geico.
I'm tapped in. Oh, what a response! I'm tapped in. Amazing run from the young winger. I'm tapped in.
Inside ball for Anton Leonard-Brown. Can you believe it?
We like Mike and Scotty.
Will Jordan, the man of the moment. He is unstoppable.
Leave it all on the floor. I came to win.
Sky Super Rugby Aotearoa live on Sky Sport. Coverage brought to you by Bunnings Warehouse.
Ben, you alright?
Oh, yeah, sorry, mate. Just meerkatting pretty hard, eh?
Sorry, Mum.
Sorry, Mum.
Okay, guys, it's bath time.
Get a bathroom you'll really want to spend time in. Come and store to Mitre 10 and check out our great range of stylish bathroom solutions.
The Dyson Airwrap Styler. Harnessing the Coanda effect to curl, wave and dry with air, not extreme heat.
No, it's just freedom. You know, you can't beat the feeling of getting a few smooth corners together. You're the one in control of your machine. You've got to really own that control.
You can't do your banking in your sleep. Yet. But BNZ's online banking is so simple that one day you might be able to. In the meantime, banking between naps is a sign we're heading in the right direction. It's banking made simple. With
OFX. The next time you're moving money internationally, try OFX.com. And Rhino, the official ball and equipment of MLR. Visit rhinorugby.com for all your rugby needs. Well, rugby fans, we have breaking news. Let's head down to James Patterson, who has something for us.
Yeah, plenty of excitement on the field the first 40 minutes. Now some excitement on the sidelines. Fresh off the press as of last night, a massive signing for the Utah Warriors. Veteran MLR star Mika Kruse. Welcome to Utah.
Happy to be here, so yeah.
So talk us through your decision. Last 12 months, you went from the Raptors, then to the Giltinis. Now you end up here in Utah. Bit of a ride.
Yeah, it's been a lot for me personally, but I'm happy to be settled down finally and playing some rugby, so it'll be fun.
You have obviously a lot of experience with the coaching staff. Sean Davies, you played with him at Glendale. How much of a factor was it you coming here, knowing that he was here? Because I know there was plenty of other sides after your signature.
I think it was pretty important because, like, I can really trust him. So, yeah, like that's a big thing for me. So it's good.
Fantastic. And obviously you've started in the league at many positions. You've got a lot of utility. You can play 13, you can play 14, 15. Where do you think we're going to see you this season in the jersey?
I think I'll be in the centers most often. So, yeah, be excited moving the ball around.
Great. Well, I know everybody at home is excited to see you. Mika Kruse, one of the most dynamic players in Major League Rugby. He will be in the Utah Warriors jersey. Best of luck for the season.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Time for another quick break. Stay with us. The first off highlights are up next. And it's Utah that lead 20 points to 3 over Toronto.
The premier showcase for Kiwi boxers is back. With the return of Friday Night Fights.
Awesome! Smash them, bro!
Featuring fighters at the top of their game.
Both men, they're leaving it out there under the lights.
Plus the main event. With mover and shaker Andre Mikhailovich taking on Shea Brock.
It's all on here at the theater!
P3 Promotions presents Sky City Friday Night Fights 2, April 9th, live, Sky Sport 2.
Hey, man.
Oh, hey, come to check out the car.
Yeah. Josh.
Jen, hi. He's in pretty good nick. Only done 110,000 Ks. Loft and rego. You know, full service history.
What is this?
This is a one-star safety rated car. Yeah, try and get in.
But my body's like folded in half. I don't understand what's going on.
People don't often think about how a car will crash and how it will protect you. That's what a star safety rating tells you.
Just can't imagine, like, if we crash in a car like this, there's no way we would survive.
I think we've seen enough.
The road to Istanbul continues in the UEFA Champions League.
Oh, my word. That is magnificent. Almost unstoppable. Brilliantly taken. It's a magnificent goal. He's got it now. What an unbelievable game of football. It's in. It's incredible. Extraordinary, the Champions League.
The quarterfinals begin April 7th, Sky Sport.
Nathan Brown would take over the head coaching role at the Warriors next season. That is exactly what the Warriors need. I think it'll be a great signing.
Presented by OFX. The next time you're moving money internationally, try OFX.com. And Rhino, the official ball and equipment of MLR. Visit rhinorugby.com for all your rugby needs. Let's take a look at the first half highlights, Talks.
Yeah, and here we have a great individual effort. And on the first try, coming off that ball, we have hooker Sama Malola moving and grooving, and he will not be denied from 2 meters out. And he brings that home. And It gives a lot of momentum to Utah. And here from a beautiful driving maul, number 6, Lance Williams, finishes it off in impressive fashion. And the boys from Utah are very happy with that first half.
20 points to 3, they lead. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scores brought to you by American Airlines. A mammoth total from Nola Gold, 51-28, crushing New York, and New England 52-0 against the Houston SaberCats. Have a big donut to their name. And we're about to start the second half action here at Zions Bank Stadium. Beautiful evening in Merriman, Utah, as the Utah Warriors on the left of your screen in black look to receive this from the Toronto Arrows. Last week, Gilgronis lost to the Utah Warriors, and Rugby ATL defeated the Toronto Arrows. Second half underway in Season 4, Round 2, Major League Rugby 2021. I'm Dallin Stanford, joined alongside by former USA Rugby head coach Mike Tolkien, as the home side in black are up 20 points to 3 with 2 brilliant tries from Sama Malolo and Lance Williams. They bomb it downfield to the visitors, the Toronto Arrows, who have certainly struggled to get it going in the first 40.
Well, I think in the second half, Utah's going to want to do more of the same and what they've been doing. It's been working for them. Toronto, at halftime, Coach Silverthorne, veteran staff, you want to address the points you need to work on. May have been a little bit of saber rattling, but you definitely want to address the tactical points because they need to be fixed.
See what they do in fixing them here with Quattrin. You got Tomas De La Vega. They fake and go to the back to Deanna, but it's been pinched and then dropped heavily on the ground. There is Aston Fortine, but putting his body on the line for his side as they crash it up through their captain Bailey Wilson, whose brother Mitch plays for New England. So both brothers could get this weekend. Offside the call and chases ahead of the kicker.
Yeah, and a little bit of what Coach Pittman was trying to avoid, although that time it was on the kick chase, not the line speed. And it looks like Fortin is being tended to after being falling heavily to the ground from that line out. Looks like he's trooping through. But here, I think, is the first part of what Toronto needs to do. They need to get possession, get some continuity, but also territory. They haven't been playing in Utah's end.
So take a look there, Talk. So 4 stripes you see on the poles. They erected new poles. The ones blew over recently, the posts. Those 4 stripes are emblematic of the core values of the Utah Warriors: community, family, tradition, and respect. And so that is amazing that they put that up there. Little behind-the-scenes story for you, for their fans and those watching, as we look at the Toronto Arrows lining up their penalty attempt from 50 away. Will be the second biggest kick in this clash. It does fall short. So Utah Warriors won't have anything added to the opposition score as they hammer this one downfield again.
And a good exit there. And in their first attempt, they don't get it. But they still have territory. They still have possession. As I said, I've been impressed by Fortin in the line-out. And he's become a menace on the defensive side of things as well.
Arrows. General Manager Mark Winokur looks on, hoping for a better second 40 from his side. A couple of errors creeping in, and again, at line-out time as well. So they've certainly struggled there. Aaron Carpenter, their forwards coach, would be pretty disappointed with that effort.
Yeah, and maybe Quattrin thinking about, some of the work of Fortin and disrupting that lineup. That one just a little askew.
Let's keep that 40 in this whole stability, yes?
Utah done a great job to disrupt in this game.
Let's make sure we're nice and square. Okay.
Utah Warriors with a good new signing. Mika Cruze will be joining their ranks. A wonderful addition to their team. And that's the thing about these late players joining. You need them. Players picking up injury. We saw Michael Basker go off, so now all of a sudden you're missing a halfback. These things will play into this as we go on to the 18 rounds. Warriors get pushed back a bit. Pops up in the middle. Still there, though, for Yuri van Vuren. Their anger man gets thrown to the deck. Former Western Province player out of South Africa.
9, use it.
Fraser Hurst going against his countryman from Canada in the Toronto Arrows. His kick is deep, so the Arrows have a chance to attack here. They look to jump through Lavis. Adams moves it across. Haven't seen a lot of their backline operate. That's a beautiful flick. The Arrows are in a bit of space. They've lost possession though. Fortine drops low. Smashing tackle on him to come down to the deck. Warriors now looking for that width. Beautiful passing to Lance Williams. He flicks it back in field, still keeping it alive to his captain. It's Bailey Wilson, the 21-year-old, a real young leader on the side from Sydney, Australia, originally in Utah, coming yet again. Schulte, beautiful flick on the inside, the step, Tukelet, magic! Still going. The international still has his flair with him. Hurst comes to the far left-hand side, looking to bash through the middle is Calvin Whiting yet again. Man who went to BYU, and here they go, Malolo! Sama Malolo yet again, Malolo for the line! Unbelievable tackle to bring him short. Looking to punch it in close. It's not there for Matt Jensen. But it is there for his teammate. An unbelievable score yet again from Sama Malolo. Well, the defense took 3 to 5 business days to respond, and it's his second.
And Malolo just running riot tonight, and a big scamper there, just short of the line, but the support was right there. And within the 2 phases, they were able to score it. And Dallin, there's been a lot of room out wide, and those line breaks and making the Toronto defense go back and back, it's just creating all types of chaos, and they're playing ball on their heels right now.
Sama Malolo loves chaos. He gets the jab from his teammates. This guy is all energy, all action. 2 tries to his name so far. And the conversion here from Schulte. Successful. Sure, the flags go up. Guaranteed rate try of the match. And you have to put your name down to Sam Malolo. Who else could it be, Tolks?
Well, he's been showing it all night, and why stop now? And they've been seeing room out wide, and they've been hitting it. And right now, just picking up, recognizing a hole right up the middle. And he goes at a man's get just an ankle tackle at the end. And just shortly later, he comes back to score the try. So a line break, and then...
Here they go, right again. This is the live action. Straight to the play. Calvin Whiting to the halfway line, just short there. Van Vieren, Yuri Van Vieren puts the gas on the outside. Van Vieren feeds it right to Whoopi, the local man. Wants to flick it back in field. Support is there. The Warriors not even giving us enough time to look at the replays. I want to get back on the scoreboard.
Penalty against who?
Still there. A penalty for the Utah Warriors. The momentum really with the home side. They're up 27-3.
13, tackle away from the ball.
Well, we even haven't been able to keep up with these line breaks that happen so quickly. And right now, a penalty away from the ball. Tackle against Toronto.
Really uncharacteristic from this Arrows side. They're very quiet on defense and slow to get up off the ground. And there is a lot of mismatches in the middle of the field. You're finding 3 or 4 forwards all in one line, so there's plenty of opportunity to cut back.
Yeah, James Patterson, former US Eagle, so right there. And you wouldn't expect it from the star-studded backline from the Toronto Arrows, but these big heavies are doing superb work, and they go to work again to the Warriors. This time, though, not straight the call.
Those are always frustrating when they're uncontested and you get the crooked throw. That's what you saw there. And James Patterson, exactly right. The room is running, and there's big numbers there and big men running into those spaces. So it's a tough night out on the edges.
Well, one of the positives I'll say about the Toronto Arrows, though, off the field, they've done some brilliant work. They're one of the only teams to offer a live stream broadcast for their fans before and after the games, which is really, really handy. And so fans can keep engaged. And, of course, this Game of the Week, nationally broadcast, expanding the game to new audiences around the country and around the world. Toronto Arrows will be able to clear their lines with this kick.
And so there you got a free kick for an early push in the scrum. You have to wait until that ball is put in before you start your push. Toronto clear their line, put it into touch. And as we get later into the match, here are some of the all the reserves that'll be put up. And some of them are in the game already. And, you know, these guys are going to play an important role. And you wonder when Toronto is going to start putting them on and trying to inject some type of change here.
They will need that injection indeed as Utah take possession again near the halfway line. Smashing it forward is their outside centre, Tyler Fisher. Still they drive. Van Vuuren is in there also. Franco Vandenberg. Lance Williams ball spits free. Possession will switch. It's a penalty to the Toronto Arrows. This time they will be able to perhaps clear the line and get a line out if they're on song there.
Yeah, get a little territory, and really they need to start generating some type of positive play and really get the morale up in the game and the confidence up. And just at the 22, we got this kick out. And listen, the line out on, you know, as an attacking platform here has got to work, because this is 80% of MLR tries this year have been scored from the line out. And so if you can't get this going, then you really have a lot of trouble.
It's a great point, Togs. Huge platform to launch from. Andrew Quattrin, Canada under-20 product. Has to be accurate here. Dangerous backline. Hasn't been able to bust free yet. Go to the middle.
Wait!
Appeal around. Beautiful ball to Detroit. Giuseppe Detroit scored a stunner last year from that same move. This time they range it up again with their pack.
No, play on.
Looking for a quick ball. They lift to the right-hand side. Short runners everywhere. Jason Higgins marshalling his side. Still they go to the right.
Yeah, 11. Yeah, I got it.
De La Vega. Now they pick and drive.
Penalty advantage.
Penalty advantage for the Toronto Arrows. And need 5 here, getting very close to the line. Captain Lucas Rumble is here on the left with a long ponytail. Wadden is within the tall timber. Still they keep it tight. Now comes to the back line. Lovely step. Is that ball over? Yes, it is. Try awarded. Stunning bit of work. Hot back right at you, Tyler Adams. The laser gets one in for the Arrows.
And responding right away. That was a much needed response. And from that line out, they attacked that seam between the forwards and backs. So got some go forward ball. A few phases later, playing an advantage. A beautiful step and score. And let's see if this is the catalyst that's going to bring Toronto back into this match. Remember, Dallin, this is a group. Probably 50% of them or so have played with the Ontario Blues for years. So they know each other, comfortable, they're confident in each other. We just need to see it on the field.
Taylor Adams providing that spark. His personal total would go up to 10 points. He knocks this one over. Yes, he does. It's 27 points to 10. Arrows are back at minute 52. And the laser jabs this one in from in close.
Yeah, and the laser is right. A step and a go, and he's in. Really well done, and really what the Toronto Arrows needed at that point. And his restart will be very important if they can collect it and put Utah back under pressure. And maybe they can make something out of this.
Schulte goes deep with the restart. Great looking kick. It comes through here to the replacement, Manuel Montero. He's on the field. He was a player spoken about, played with the Los Pumas, 27 caps with Argentina. And he sparked his side to get another score.
A good exit there. And now they're going to fight the territory battle. If Toronto can keep making those forays into it, they have the men that can finish. They have the resolve and the system. It's just a matter of getting there and keeping their hands on the ball.
Placement on the field as well, wearing 16 to Vongakoto. A 23-year-old from Fiji is on the field in the hooker position. First throw for him tonight. It's low, gets to the Arrows. Their captain, they go with Lucas Rumble. Rumble does well. Queen's University product. Offsides play, advantage for the Arrows. Momentum is staying with them. Teo is the one ping, just lurking around the fringes. Rumble again gets it away. Oh, busting free beautifully. De La Vega throws it back in field. It's a stunner. This is the Toronto Arrows at their best. Jason Higgins gets the try. The Arrows have gone bang bang.
And a little bit of a blitzkrieg there by the Arrows. And again, it's those those little points that can turn a game. 2 penalties, 2 scores, and that happened in a hurry. And like we said, Toronto has the capability of doing it. They know each other, and the confidence will be there. They just needed the little breaks on the field to make that happen.
They didn't see anything in the first 40 minutes, but they've come alive in the last 5. Taylor Adams, who scored just moments ago. Jason Higgins has just added number 2, try number 2. 4 tries equal a bonus point as well. They need to get back into this game first before they can think of that. And this kick is over as well. 10 points of difference, 27-17. A stunning comeback from the visitors.
And here we see the little break off the turnover. And a little bit of a mismatch there. Running into Matt Jensen, the lock. And it was not too difficult to score that one. It happened really fast off the turnover.
Montero. Here is the new signer for the Arrows. The drums in the background are beating even faster now to try will their team back into possession.
Reload! Arrive up, please. Wait here.
Adams goes downtown.
Yes.
Big kick into their crowd.
Arrive up. Arrive on your feet.
Visit the Rugby Network and sign up for a free streaming service to watch all MLR matches each week, as well as top highlights and other behind-the-scenes content. RugbyNetwork.com, your home for everything MLR. We love having the international fans tune in as well. Tons of social media content also. And new audience tuning into rugby as well. One of the fastest growing team sports in North America. Utah Warriors up by 27-17. Franco Vandenberg just getting that rhinoceros horn of his moving forward. Jensen, Matt Jensen, the tall timber. 4th season with the Warriors. Wide ball to Whippy at a standing start. Bumps down low and he has Vunga Koto with him. Wilson, the captain.
Release it
against his opposite number. Players we featured early on, Lucas Rumble. Warrior attack going through their centre pairing. Calvin Whiting again getting the meters, the go forward ball. Utah have advantage. Decision time for them.
2, stay up.
Even in that sequence, though, I did see Toronto start to come in and bring the defense from the edge and tie it down, lock it down a little quicker. And just in the picture there, you saw Manuel Montero, the experienced replacement. And I think they're going to bring that a little bit more, take that space away from Utah that they've been living off.
Utah, their CEO and general manager, former Eagle, Kimball Carr, looks on. As Brandon Sparks, the director of rugby, they've done a brilliant job behind the scenes assembling this team. So, Vunga Koto to the front. Jensen. As the maul is set, Van Vuren wheels it around, advancing forward towards the opposition try line. Warriors looking for try number 4, which is a guaranteed bonus point on the table standings. Still inching their way into the 22.
Still moving.
Still going. The Arrows, though, doing well, getting mixed in between, and they've stopped this Mike Shepherd in there. The bald head and the big beard comes up grinning.
Yeah, and a big stop. You know, again, another maybe momentum swing there, stopping him deep in their own territory. And I think, you know, if you heard Taylor Adams doing a lot of directing out there and organizing the defense.
Yeah, it was your hooker. It was the other hooker. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Thank you. I'll do the next one. Left-hand side, yes.
We're in for a very exciting final 20 minutes. 10 points are the difference, but the Arrows have scored the last 10. Their reserve halfback on the field as well is Andrew Ferguson. Fergie trying to speed things up. 10 caps for Canada. He debuted against the United States in 2016. Little ponytail to go as well.
I think Toronto here has to continue to play positive rugby. Whatever their strategy is here, they have to execute and continue to put Utah under pressure, not put themselves under pressure. And that was the big part of the first half.
So right then, Angus McLennan getting spoken to there, the 28-year-old, by referee Jack Gold.
Crouch! Bind!
Toronto Arrows, 0-1 so far. Desperate times for them to get back into this game. Lost by 7 last week, and here they go, picking up Diana at the back. Does well, does the number 8. Uruguayan international. Scored a key try in Uruguay's historic victory over Fiji at Rugby World Cup 2019. Not out. They will go through their fullback, Lopsha. Lovely stepping from the fullback. Right with him is Franco Vanamaba. Short line here for Fisher. Warriors happy to hold on. Long periods of play with Bailey Wilson. Moved to Utah when he was 14 years old. So, a very local player. Oh, right in the middle there, intercepted. McLennan has it. Fisher in midfield as well. Flicks it back, it's been intercepted though. Is this the spark for the Arrows? They've pinched it. Fergie goes wide. Adams again shifts across down the line. Here he is. Gets the short ball to his number 8 and back again from Diana. Adams again, bit of space, Taylor Adams. Short ball again, they range to the halfway line. Excellent stuff here. Quatrin is helping out as well, loose ball.
There you go, 1. Good job.
Still there for
okay, 8, reload.
The men from Canada. Just after 60 minutes played in this game, 1 hour gone. It's been pretty frenetic, very physical and over the ball. Ceiling is the call, and it's the captain Ping, Lucas Rumble.
Yeah, you have to be able to support your own body weight. And it's like Rumble got his hands on the ground and was supporting himself there, which is a penalty. And it's too bad they started to build some momentum through a number of phases.
Well, the net result is that Schulte goes all the way down to the touchline. We're going to take a hydration break. We'll see if Edward Ripley goal has signaled. Yes, he has. So we'll be back shortly, 60 seconds. It's 27-17. Utah lead Toronto.
Match play golf. Head to head. Mano a mano. Let's go.
I'm gonna hunt you down. Yeah, I ain't playing around. I'ma take your crown. Man, better run, gonna hunt you down.
The WGC Dell Match Play.
It is win or go home. You ready? Here we go.
This weekend, live on Sky Sport. Brought to you by DVS Home Ventilation.
Nathan Brown will take over the head coaching role at the Warriors next season. That is exactly what the Warriors need. I think it'll be a great signing.
There's nothing like the anticipation of a new season.
I'm excited. And I hope you are too. In 2021, we're all in.
Coverage brought to you by Bunnings Warehouse. It's time to tease the walls at the Valvoline D1NZ National Drifting Championship, live on Sky Sport.
They're running a competition with the crowd, and they're going to name him, to name the mascot, and you'll get season tickets. I was talking to him a little bit earlier, and he's calling...
Teo's over!
Sabercat.
Unbelievable try, James Patterson. I'm going to call the mascot Mike Teo. He gets the bonus point try for the Utah Warriors in spectacular fashion.
And they bring back the Thunder. A back of the line peel. again, right into that seam. And it happened pretty quickly there, Dallin. And bringing the always explosive Mike Teo right into that gap. And so Utah responds by building their lead up. And that's exactly what they needed after a little lull in the action and absorbing 2 tries. They build onto their lead.
Star player Mike Teo, 28 caps with the Eagles. Played in Rugby World Cup 2019. Huge addition for the side. Easy 2 points added from fly of Hagen Schulte. And the score has jumped up to 34-17. And here's another look at it.
Yeah, so they consolidate that maul, but immediately bring it right out and hit the right winger Mike Teo, and there's a big gap for him to run into. And once you consolidate all those forwards, you have those seams opening up, and if it's not defended, it can create a great alleyway to attack.
It certainly did on that occasion. High kick coming down here, and Arrows look to try and pinch this one.
Off the foot.
Ferguson has it, comes to the left. Montero screening on the outside. Arrows playing with more intensity now. A little step there from Rumble. And then lose possession.
Was there an option?
And opening it up into a 3-point lead as we approach getting close to the last quarter of the match. You know, that's some breathing room that Utah would be happy with. Especially in the face of that comeback.
Wait.
The top. Ball is set here for...
He's through the middle.
Jensen and the Warriors.
That's a tackle now.
Line
out's over.
Rongakoto. Gladwell has the Fijian replacement. Over the top from Fraser Hurst. Down to Montero. Love to see him run, but he gives it away straight away to his fullback. Now they go up the middle, ball thrown away there. Picked up by Montero. It's play on. Montero is set. Let's see him run. There he is, Dallin Stan. If they keep the change, he says. He flicks it back in field. It's gone backwards. Utah Warriors have this. They're running from underneath their goal line. Absolute madness. They put it to the boot. Now they're chasing. There's nobody home. Great kick from Lopsha. Here they go. Teo is there. Teo. The Arrows pick it up. Manuel Yana flicks it in field. He won that race by the skin of his teeth. Superb work from the number 8.
It was a Herculean effort by Deanna there, Dallin. I thought he would run out of gas with Mikey Teo bearing down on him, but did a phenomenal job. Montero with a terrific break. But then in the passing lane, his pass is knocked down. And as you said, true madness, but a lot of excitement. And the ball banged down into space, and the race is on.
Well, we call that coast to coast, and we know we've got American Airlines as one of our partners. Oh, wow, these guys were flying back and forth.
You don't get a better segue than that, Alan.
Stunning stuff from both sides. I mean, really is unbelievable the work rate of these players.
Yeah, that's too bad. And that was just a fortuitous pickup off the ground. But Montero really did a good job of exploding through it, and was just one tackle away.
Well, you can see why, head coach Chris Silverthorne was so high on Montero. He knows what he can bring to the team, as well as Joaquin Tukelet to stable things at the back. But the interesting thing, of course, about Montero is he's 28, so he still has some good years left.
Yeah, and you see his work rate. His perpetual motion by Montero. He's not pinned to his wing. Gets out of his neighborhood. There he is. Picks it up, and he's on the march. So I've seen some impressive things from Montero. His savvy on defense. His work rate off the ball.
Here we go to the Warriors again. They're packed. This time defended well from the Arrows. They go short. They bring in Mike Teo yet again. Warriors looking for try number 5. All started with their engine room.
Back in.
Giving it away, though.
Utah have liked to bring their wings off those mauls that have gone to ground from the line out and using them to chop the defensive line or find a seam. And in doing that, Dallin, they're able to keep the numbers out on the open field to attack.
And they've got some new players as well. Thomas Tuavau wearing 20 and Alex Tucci wearing 17. Tucci, former football player as well, transferred to Texas A&M. where he played there for the second team all-conference side. Good power from him. We'll have yet to see Oli Khalifi, the 31 captain for the USA, 2 Rugby World Cups. Stays with the Arrows, though. They're at possession, but they're inside dangerous area of the field.
Clear it out.
Yana holds it at the back, pops up.
And, you know, I think that Utah are in very good shape in their backup props. Tucci's a very good athlete who's been with Utah for the duration and is turning into a better and better prop over the years. Ali Khalifi, of course, the veteran who can lock down a scrum. So it's nice to have that type of player come off the bench for you.
It's so important to have impact, making a difference. Still have Joe Mano as well. Sione Tuataina, some dangerous backline players if they need them. Meanwhile, the Arrows haven't gone too far into their bench. Of course, Montero and Ferguson impact right away.
The usual finger pointing at scrum time.
Going in, we're going through with it, okay? Do not pull out. Understood?
And when the referee says don't pull out, sometimes if players feel that they haven't set right, they want to stop it, but it's up to the referee to dictate when the scrum stops and resets.
And you're right, referee Jack. Will penalise the side that disrupts the next scrum.
Set!
Goals to try to speed things up, keep more ball in play, more action. You and me and the fans tuning in. Just joining us, 13 minutes to go. And it's the Arrows looking for a comeback. Diana, beautiful bit of work from the number 8. Flying like a winger. Gets the offload to Ferguson. He's in support, the halfback. Arrows busted out of their 22. Magnificent work from them. Short ball as they look to go through their forward pack with Wadden. Now to the right-hand side. Spinning and weaving. Ferguson yet again involved. Excellent passage of play here for the Arrows. Can they be rewarded with something? Little stab through there from Tukalet. We're going to come back.
Come off.
See if Taylor Adams has scored. And let's listen in with our referee, our officials.
Grounding's fine. The question is the player in front? Yes. Okay. So we're restarting with a penalty here. No try.
And this one is called off. Player in front of the kick.
Offside.
And that is a crucial error. It was time they needed that try, and they were in good shape. Diana took it on his shoulders. Big line break from deep in his own end. Great support.
On the 5.
And here we see plenty of space behind, but indeed, we see the player in front of the kick, offsides. That's a shame. They really did well to set themselves up for that score.
Guys, off, please. Off.
Nice looking kick as well from Joaquin Tucalet and from La Plata in Argentina.
Hold there, 7.
Warriors 10 to go at home. First home match of the season at Zions Bank Stadium. They're more very effective in this game. Head coach Sean Pittman, that's what he works with. The Chargers as they bust around. Excellent stuff here from Fraser Hurst. Fraser Hurst going the distance. Hurst! He's more elusive than a politician. And the Warriors stamp their approval on this game.
What an impact run from the replacement. Didn't know he was going to get as much time as he did tonight, but he sure is ready to get on the field, Alan, and do some damage. He just split a number of Toronto defenders. Raced them back with pure determination. The maul is going forward, great momentum. He sees the seam, sees the crack, and he's determined to find the goal line. Making the most of his opportunity tonight. What a beautiful try. And wow, how things have turned from the try that was taken back to this try just minutes later.
Individual brilliance from Fraser Hurst, a 23-year-old, sparking some absolute magic around the fringes. 60 seconds to kick this. Now 20 left is the call. Hagen Schulte. He's been phenomenal with the boot. Doesn't add the extras that time, but he's tied up 59-17.
And Dallin, Fraser Hurst is really, here we have another look at, and he has a look, but he says, you know what, I'm not giving this one up. And he's absolutely right in doing that, and getting that try for himself.
It's a classic on the highlight reels.
Absolutely. We'll be enjoying that one. And it looks at this point that Toronto is probably done in this game.
I'm on. 8 to go. They can still salvage a bonus point. If they score a couple more tries with the Arrows. They take possession here. Nice little restart there from Taylor Adams. Clever thinking. Just needs to go the 10. Anybody can grab it. Flicks it out. They look to come wide. Montero goes in and out. Goes against Teo. Flicks it in the field of play. Does well not to go over the touchline. Ducking down low. The Arrows again. Making sure they are sharp and clinical. Behind the back ball, Adams, late one. Oh, the little flick basketball pass. Is this the last dance from Cole Keith? Great skill. Slightly high there on Lucas Rumble, and they will get the penalty for that.
Stop. Fucking high shots everywhere. Okay, watching.
A little bit of argy-bargy here. Frustrating night. And these are two physical teams, so you're going to get some of this built up.
Okay, stop. Hey, 10, take some leadership here, please. I'm going to talk.
Jack Gold will try to sort this up, and you see a high tackle there from Utah. Gold conferring with the side judges, and maybe there's been a few other things that have been seen, so we'll see what sorts out.
For 4 black offside, and then I'm coming to you regarding your foul play. What have you seen?
So I have black 11. Contact.
Okay, so let's start. I don't need you. Go away. So we've got foul play. What's the nature of the contact? Direct or indirect to the neck area?
Direct.
So direct contact to the neck area. Talk to me about mitigation on behalf of the tackler.
I have no mitigation.
So he stays high, and it's with significant force.
Yes.
So high level of danger. Okay, so I'm a red card for 11.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. There you see it, a red card. We'll hear the explanation to the player.
Mikey. So, Cage, we have no mitigation there. Okay, so I'll just talk you through what we're seeing, okay? So it's foul play, it's direct contact to the neck and head area, and there's no mitigation on behalf, he's always high, and there's a high level of force, so it's a red card.
And there you see it. And
just wait. Who's the skipper now?
The way that the game is now, anything around the head with that type of force is an automatic. And the referee says he has no option, and that's actually very true.
And Talks, the thing also is that for the rest of the game they were down a player, so normally if there was more time, he would only be off for 20 minutes, someone else could replace him. But under the new law variation, it doesn't even matter because Whippy is off for the rest of the game. Early shower for him as Toronto march forward.
Yeah, and here's the penalty coming up, and right to the neck, and a pretty clear-cut call for the referee.
But it's been pinched by the Warriors. Have possession through Vongakoto. So the lineup goes askew for the Toronto Arrows. Lots to work on ahead of next week's clash for them. Go on
and a massive clearance kick there. And you're right, Dallin, there is a lot to work on, but it is early days. One of the toughest things for a coach is selecting a team, the right combinations. Tonight he'll see some guys who are really impressive, and they may join the starting squad next week.
Right, and then the Arrows will take on Old Glory DC, Segra Field, and Utah will be on the road against the New England Free Jacks. Looking to lift at the top, now comes down the way for Toronto. 6 to go in the clash. Ferguson comes down to the short side. Wide they work, knocked on, kicked ahead.
And working their way and seeming to have some space, but That's the way it goes tonight for Toronto. And it'll be a long film day as they start the reviews next week.
I need you to be really well behaved now, okay? There was an offside on you. Here's that mark.
Scrum here for the Utah Warriors. Onto the field now is Sione Matina from West Valley, Utah.
Bind! Set!
Solid. She need to ruck this one. Hook it ball back, but it's come the way. Popped out of the tunnel though, so that's illegal.
They'll redo it again.
Same tunnel. Same tunnel. I got 5. Let's go.
Looking to close out this game. Positives for both sides to take out. Of course, Toronto be disappointed. They lost by 6 last week, and again they were on the losing end this side. Utah Warriors strong, powerful opening statement they make. They beat Austin on the road, 30-28. Right now, a convincing victory here on the cards with 3.5 to go. Great carry. Yuri van Vieren still going at minute 76.
Stop in front.
Guilty goes high. He's had a great game with a boot, putting pressure on the Arrows. Excellent take though.
We're all on.
Tukulet gives it to Ferguson. Ferguson make big impact since he's come onto the field. The replacement halfback. Arrows. Do they have anything else left in the tank? Drifting it across. Big contact as support runners come in there. Montero's helping out. Advantage for the visiting side from Canada. Taylor Adams, great night for him in the number 10 jumper. Arrows relocated to Atlanta, Georgia, is where their new home is for the season. Ooh, and there's another talk and potential card.
Yeah, you hope that we can get through this match and
just give me some space. Give me some space. Give me some space. Khalil.
Listen to what the referee has to say here.
Just referring to your flag here. Can you just tell me what you're saying?
23 black.
Yeah.
Head contact, direct.
Uh-huh.
High danger, the tackler, no, the ball carrier, excuse me, dipped before the contact.
Okay, so we're at yellow card for high contact based on the mitigation from the ball carrier.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. 23. 23. Yeah, so it's similar to the other one. You're always high in the tackle. The only factor is this mitigation. He's slipping prior to contact. You need to be very careful. It's just a yellow.
Yellow card for Joe Mano. We haven't called his name on the field yet. He's off already. And so down to 13 players. The lucky thing for Utah is there's only 2.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's not what you want to get your name called for on the first occasion. Here we have it. Yeah, very high. When you're getting around that head area with your shoulder, with your arm, like we said before, it's always going to be a card, whether it's yellow, whether it's red.
Joe Mano, new signing for the Warriors, goes to the side. Is Toronto want to finish here.
Ball's over.
With their third try if they can. Ferguson there tapping his forward, saying he wants possession. Now he peels away. Looking for his dangerous back line. Tukulet joins in, comes to the right-hand side. Leivas over the top. Adams just lurking. Taylor Adams on the outside.
Let it go!
Scored 2 tries so far. Now they go short. Good hard line. Jackman Rogers on the field wearing 16 and
no 14.
Tyler Rowland as well as there in 18. Backing down they go.
Get away, 16!
Arrows. Big bodies. Chilla Wainwright also in there. Vienna. Had a good outing so far. Adams comes to the back ball. The Sword feeds it back on the inside. Again, looking for a bit more width over the top. There it is. Tucolette held up, thrown back in field. Desperate defense from the Warriors. Still there, though, for the Arrows. Just short of the line. The Blue Wave continues. And they have advantage. Clock might beat them to it, though. The ball is on the line. It should be a try. We're going to check here.
I agree with you, Dan.
Try awarded. There it is.
Yeah.
Try number 3 for the Toronto Arrows. Their hard work pays off.
Yeah, and playing the full 80. May not have been pleased with the way they played, but they put in the effort the full 80.
Cool as you like. The drop kick for the conversion as well. Not here for a haircut. They extend the score to 24 for Toronto, 39. The Arrows lead in the final play of the game.
Here we see it. Pick and goes, and patience in here in power, and they finally touch down, which should be the final try of the night. You know what happens off the kickoff, but these ones hurt afterwards. They're tough to take. You just know you haven't played well. You're on the road. However, it's a long season. A lot is going to happen between now and the final week of the season.
So many exciting games still to come. So many upsets still to happen here in Major League Rugby. Montero, what a take jumping over Teo.
Been an impressive player.
Really has. Looking to start in the side in weeks to come. They work through Wadden again. Backwards is the call. Ferguson gets it away. Arrows again looking to spring something out of their 22. Into the field there's Parfrey. Now Sorge turns it back in. And that has been knocked on. We'll bring the full-time whistle to Lions Bank Stadium. And there it is. What a thrilling start to Major League Rugby 2021 for the Warriors, who have won their second straight clash and their first ever victory over the Toronto Arrows in franchise history. The score 59-24 here in their home ground. They get a bonus point for scoring 4 more tries, and we'll have more soon. It's 39-24, final score from Utah.